that's kind of disturbing. Here we look at what's going on here from Texarkana back over to the east where we have the big thunderstorms there, Mount Pleasant. This is where Brett 8 area is at the moment. He's watching the storms. It's I-30 there in Texarkana where the storms have made their way from west to east across the eastern part of Texas and the Red River. You go north here, you got severe thunderstorm warnings that are elongated all the way back over to Fort Smith and Fayetteville. Down to the south, severe thunderstorm warnings and an embedded tornado or two that's still showing up there on the interstate going southward and eastward. Right now, the tornado warning is still in effect there for that portion of Cass County, Morris County, Bowie. We're looking at Red River and Titus counties. You're all underneath tornado warnings. Moving southeast at 40, a tornado, 2-inch diameter hail. Tennis ball size hail being reported in a few of these storms as they head on to the east. And we got a lot of thunderstorms ongoing here at the moment. Look at them showing up on the radar out of Shreveport. There's some evidence of rotation, nothing that looks imminent at the moment to being considered a tornado. I say that, let me look at this one again real quick here. That's a little bit out of the area there though. And a few of these that have been rotating to the north as well, in and around Shreveport that we were watching there. Had a little bit of a signature a few moments ago with that storm as it moved on eastward out of Blanchard into the Benton area there. And then isolated thunderstorms from time to time that have popped up. And you can just see them. They're all over the place here. But it doesn't look like there's anything organized. The organized storms, right here's a big one. This one's pretty organized. This one as well down to the southwest, as well as this one. There's supercell thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes. And as you can see, this one has created a tornado warning there. The large hail involved is the black color that you see, and that is going to be indicative of two of those that came out of the area there just a little bit earlier and still producing across portions of eastern sections of Bowie County and moving on to the east, if you will. And I was just looking again at some of the data coming in. The interstate there just north of Pleasant on I-30 that goes all the way up to, it looks like the 259 intersection there is stopped. If you've got one of those apps that shows you traffic, well, there's none moving there. It's in dark red from just about here to the north. It goes all the way up to the north. So that's indicating I think everybody has stopped to allow this thunderstorm to go on by. Right there, it looks like, east, the first interchange that you come to there on 259 and I-30. That's West Farm Road on 71. That's where the hail's coming across near Naples and moving southeast. That's a doozy of a storm. That one's producing the large hail and also some really high winds and the possibility of a tornado also into that same region. I think there's still a tornado there. There's cause to believe that somewhere right in there we still have a tornado as it goes on to the east. Let me see if I can look and see if there's any damage aloft that shows up. I don't see anything that's imminent, but a large storm nonetheless, and we merged from about 4 different storms into this one big one there that we still see at the moment. Rest of the area down into Shreveport, watching these two into eastern sections of Texas. From Nacogdoches back over to Lufkin, this is Sam Rayburn Lake on the western side here, Toledo Bend Reservoir, coming south there out of the Sabine River. And that's where most of this is going to continue to move on to the east. We've had those big hailstones, Joe, through the day today, 2.5 inches there in one of them.
Yeah, that's right. In the Buckcheto area of Oklahoma, they had tennis ball size hail. Bennington, Oklahoma here, they had 2-inch diameter hail, or about the size of eggs at the largest. You, of course, see a little bit of variety in the hailstone size there. But that hailstone size in Buckcheto, Oklahoma was enough to cause some damage. There are reports of the Rock Creek Elementary School seeing their windows shattered because of hail at 2.5 inches in diameter. That was about 6:45, about 2 hours ago there, Central Time. And now we have an extension on the severe thunderstorm watch as we were expecting, because the line of storms is now approaching the eastern edge. So if you're in Monroe, Louisiana now, down towards Natchitoches, all the way across southeastern Arkansas up to Pine Bluff, Little Rock now, all the way to the border with Missouri, Harrison, a severe thunderstorm watch is now in place until 2 o'clock Central Time into our early Saturday morning. So be prepared. Thunderstorms are headed your way, and we've had a history of seeing them reach severe limits. As you can see here, a big line of storms up to the north. These supercell thunderstorms to the south continue to be of big concern here, as again, they could take on that rotation very easily. In fact, we do have that one tornado warning we'll get back to in just a bit with David. But there's that squall line roughly from I-40 on north towards Springfield, Missouri, and that continues to push eastward. That's why we have seen that extension of the severe thunderstorm watch. Another threat, honestly, is the heavy rainfall. We've seen a lot of it, and we could see some flooding, maybe even flash flooding with 1 to 3 inches worth of rain, especially into the Ozarks region. You'll notice our concern with the enhanced risk still in place, still through the night, still into early Saturday morning. This line of thunderstorms will be marching off towards the east, and as we go through Saturday morning, notice the conditions wind down for a bit, but then we could see some ramping back up across states like Tennessee, Kentucky, maybe down to the Tennessee Valley, North Georgia, even into the Carolinas. Some of these strong thunderstorms are going to be a concern for the afternoon and evening of our Saturday. That's why we have another outlook in place for tomorrow. So again, keeping an eye on those thunderstorms across the mid-south, south-central United States. There's another look, and David's still seeing a lot of lightning with these storms too.
Tons of lightning. It's very frequent, almost 1 per second showing up on some of the imagery that we're seeing. We have several big thunderstorms still moving into the Shreveport area from the west, and we still have this one tornado warning that shows up south of Texarkana that we are looking at. The National Weather Service continues this near Marietta and Douglasville. It's Bowie, Cass, Morris counties. You're underneath a tornado warning with strong rotation still indicated there south of I-30 and moving southeastward toward Linden. The Weather Service that we were watching there. Shreveport radar shows us again as a pretty well-defined couplet that is very ominous looking there when you look at the storm from that direction, and the velocity data indicating to us where we also have the large hail there right on the roadway just to the east of Naples and Omaha south of I-30, and that's being indicated there on the radar too. Several other severe thunderstorm warnings up and down the line, including the one in northern portions of Louisiana there in Shreveport that we were looking at. This has been one of the stronger ones at the moment right there just outside of Bossier in Cato Parish. We're going to keep you up to date for Weather Nation. We'll be back with more. Leave you with some of the scenes in Oklahoma during the day today. Stay with us.
I've never seen a pillow that didn't look like a pillow.
I've never slept better.
I feel good. I wake up ready to go.
This one is definitely going to be a game changer.
Introducing Angel Sleeper from Copperfit, our revolutionary new posture pillow designed to give back and side sleepers a better night's sleep for an energized day.
This is the most unique and innovative pillow I've ever tried.
It wakes you up revitalized.
I just feel more alive.
The Angel Sleeper is formed with special sleep posture contours and adaptive memory foam for proper spine and neck alignment that reduces pressure on your body for perfect rest and recovery.
It holds your head and neck in an aligned position so that you can have good night's rest all night long.
For side sleepers, the cradle design supports you in the optimal side sleep posture, while the unique side cutout rests your arm in the perfect position to help reduce stress on your shoulders.
The contour arm support is simply brilliant.
If you are a side sleeper, you know that you sleep with your arms up.
My neck and my spine felt like it was a perfect balance. I slept like a baby all night.
For back sleepers, reverse the Angel Sleeper to the neck cradle for perfect sleep alignment to help reduce aches and stiffness in the neck, shoulders, and back.
Someone actually took the time to create something that works for how people are supposed to be sleeping.
The Angel Sleeper includes a soft machine washable pillowcase, copper infused to help reduce odors and bacteria.
You spend a third of your life laying your head on a pillow. So why would you not have the best pillow you can possibly get?
Order your Angel Sleeper now at angelsleeper.com for only $39.99 or call 1-800-752-2592. Angel Sleeper is also available in king size.
I love the king size. You just have more of a great pillow to go around. It's awesome.
We guarantee you will sleep all night and feel more energized all day.
You have to get an Angel Sleeper. Don't let another night pass by without one.
The new Angel Sleeper from Copperfit.
Restaurants are facing a crisis, and they're counting on your takeout and delivery orders to make it through. Grubhub. Together, we can help save the restaurants we love.
Welcome back to Weather Nation. Right before dark in Bentonville, Arkansas, we had some of the dark skies there moving through the area. That was one of those areas where we had some large hail that came through a little bit earlier too. And still, there are thunderstorms out there producing the large hail from time to time. Had a new batch pop up into eastern Texas, now south of I-20, that have moved up into Shreveport, Louisiana as well. It's going to be Bossier, Cato Parish, where we have the heavier thunderstorms coming in from the west and moving on to the east, and severe thunderstorm warnings up and down the line. In fact, there's an addition to the severe thunderstorm watch that we'll tell you about momentarily. Texarkana down on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. Glancing blow, if you will, of the heavy thunderstorm. The big one that's down to the south is still producing a possible tornado just to the northwest of Lendon, and that is headed northeastward. And we'll be watching here to see if this changes over the next scan or two. We still have the large hail there. I don't see the rotation that was there. Yeah, I do. It's already back again. Came back in another drop there. But this is a segment here that's producing an outflow boundary on the south side, but also there is a point where we have some strong rotation in a small area, and thus the tornado warning continues. There's your tornado, the likely tornado. This is the rear flank coming down the back side of the storm, which pushes air outward, and there's some of the high wind speeds out ahead of it. These are going to be 60, 70, 80 mile per hour, 78 miles per hour there. So we got some high winds in advance of the system, but a possible tornado is going to be right there, just off to the north as it moves on eastward. I'm going to back this up just a little bit and take a look at it. I know we had a tornado there, sort of cycled a little bit right there, and now we're back to more of an outflow dominant situation, but still a possible tornado. If you just look at this data alone, right about there. And I don't see anything that looks like it's going to be debris or anything like that aloft on that image, but we're pretty good ways off now with the Shreveport radar there looking northward and westward. Tornado warning does continue. Bowie, Cass, Morris counties, you're underneath the tornado warning. Severe thunderstorm warnings into southern Arkansas now as you get a little bit further on to the east over to Magnolia, the rest of that region where the thunderstorms have been pretty prominent over the past couple of hours. Still looking at Bossier, Cato Parish, also Harrison, Texas. That's a county. Crawford, Arkansas, Franklin, Arkansas, you're underneath severe thunderstorm warnings with that new batch that's moving on eastward as well. There's going to be some high winds here on occasion. We've seen some rotation, but most of it was pretty small. I was worried that we were going to see, because of the way these things are shaped, they have that varying look to them already. These are single cell, supercell thunderstorms. We're about to have cell merger here again. See this little handoff that's occurring? So we're going to end up with one big storm cell there. So no longer will we have two. Same to the north here, a few of these congealing together to become a little bit more linear over time. So we're left over with one tornado warning there on the eastern side of Texas, Joe. That's where we stand at the moment. Going back into Oklahoma from a little bit earlier, where we had some of the hail that was pea-sized falling, reaching the ground there, probably covering the ground from time to time.
That's right. That was in Boynton, Oklahoma. That was one community that dealt with a lot of hail. We had reports up to egg and tennis ball size hail, too, in other parts of the Sooner State. And we're still hanging on to that severe thunderstorm threat for far eastern Oklahoma. As, again, David was showing us, a lot of the action is now spreading across Arkansas. We're keeping an eye on the tornado watch box, too, here in East Texas. Tyler, you're out of it. You are behind the threat, thankfully. Shreveport, you're still in that risk, and you'll notice the extension now all the way to the Mississippi River. We have a severe thunderstorm watch posted for north central and northeastern Louisiana. That goes until 2 a.m. Central Time. Likewise, same time frame here for southeastern Arkansas, Little Rock to Pine Bluff to the Mississippi River, and even up towards northwestern Arkansas. We've extended that severe thunderstorm watch again until 2 a.m. as we're seeing this line hold together and push across the region. There it is again with the enhanced risk, but notice our watch boxes include areas even in the slight risk and marginal risk. So anywhere highlighted is fair game for seeing that severe weather threat through this evening. We'll keep a close eye on any development should we see any more tornado warnings. There is, of course, that tornado potential still in the mix for us with our severe weather concern through the rest of this evening and again into the pre-dawn hours of Saturday morning. Those thunderstorms will be approaching the Mississippi River. There it is, damaging wind, hail, all a huge concern here across the region as we see these thunderstorms continue to spread eastward. The model kind of picking up on some of these storms, as David was mentioning, kind of coming together or congealing, molding together, if you will, and we'll likely see some more scattered thunderstorms continue a bit further to the north. And like I said, that'll eventually push its way towards, say, Greenville, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, right along the Mississippi River. That continues to push eastward. And of course, we're going to keep an eye on some additional storm reports that, again, have begun to pop on up. Back towards Oklahoma, we had anywhere from about 1 inch to 2.5 inches of diameter hail. And as we look at your severe thunderstorm watch and tornado watch, this is the entire area that we will continue to keep an eye on as we work our way through this evening. So again, heads up if you're in Shreveport. Certainly you're seeing some of those strong storms south of Texarkana. Next in line, we'll keep an eye on communities like Little Rock and Monroe as those thunderstorms continue to push from west to east. Again, there's quite a light show out there, and it's not just this area dealing with these severe weather alerts. Let's go to Viper and take a look at those warnings, David, all the way up into Missouri even.
Yeah, they go all the way to Missouri at the moment here with severe thunderstorm warnings along the line. And as they continue on to the east, we'll be watching out to see whether or not we continue with severe thunderstorm warnings here. I don't see any reason why we'd flip over to tornadoes at this point, although you can always have a tornado form in any area like that as we continue on through the next couple of hours as well. It's going to be Bossier Parish there in Louisiana, Cato Parish, DeSoto, Louisiana. That's another parish there, moving on eastward and southward along the line of big thunderstorms as they head off in that general direction as well. I-30 back over to Shreveport, the big thunderstorms there as well. And as they go southward and eastward, they're going to continue to move over into a little bit more of a stable atmosphere, I think, as we go through time. So we'll be continuing to follow these storms out of Shreveport back down to Bryan, Texas. A new severe thunderstorm warning there also. We'll keep our eyes on that. And the lone tornado warning, actually, they just reissued this as a tornado warning upstream or downstream, if you will, that includes Lendon. New tornado warning.
For a close shave, you need to get a razor and lather up. For a quick shave on the go, you need to settle for an electric. But what if you really want both? Nick Bolton here with the newest addition to our tactical line, the Bell & Howell Tax Shaver. Designed with the needs of our military in mind, Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, whether you're at home or on the go. It even has a built-in trimmer for sideburns and beards. And it works wet or dry for a great shave in even the harshest conditions. That's right, the Tax Shaver is completely waterproof. In fact, you could even use a Tax Shaver underwater and still get a great shave. Navy guys, Tax Shaver is small and compact, so it slips easily into any pocket. Yet it also has 3 powerful rotary heads that can easily take on even the coarsest hair. To prove it, I'm going to do something I never do. Shave. As you can see, it easily handled even my stubborn stubble. Now that's what I call military tough. So let's review. Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, features a built-in trimmer, works wet or dry, even underwater, and has 3 powerful shaving heads. I mean, there's just nothing like it on the market today.
Act now to get your Tax Shaver for this special TV price of just $29.99 with free shipping. It's the only shaver that features genuine Bell & Howell precision and quality and is backed by our 10-year warranty. That's right. Call or click today to get your Tax Shaver and we'll ship it to you free. Act now to get the Bell & Howell Tax Shaver at this special TV price. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-610-1149 or go to taxshaver.com. That's 1-800-610-1149, or you can order online at taxshaver.com.
At Leaf Filter, we're on a never-ending journey to end gutter cleaning forever.
We guarantee you'll never have to clean those nasty gutters again.
Everybody okay with that?
Oh, I sure.
Go to getleaffilter.com and save 15%.
We welcome you back into Weather Nation. Friday was another stormy spring day, heading through the 24th of April, right on cue. Springtime storms, and this is from St. Peters, Missouri to Virginia, where the doorbell camera was catching this, and mostly with the damaging winds. Look at that, going right through from left to right. You're on a washout right there. And we had this not only in Virginia, but over to Oklahoma. I'm meteorologist Steve Glazier here with your forecast now. You're seeing video from Oklahoma, but this is the Southwest regional forecast. Just to remind you that we are monitoring the severe weather overnight, scrolling the bottom of the screen with watches, warnings that are most life-threatening. But we ask you to do your part as well, as we ask you to keep tabs on the weather. You know your surroundings, have ways of getting warnings, and stay safe overnight. Want to get to some of our other top stories because we have potentially heat-related illnesses happening in the southwest U.S. We've already had record heat. LA on Friday, downtown LA, not LAX, 93 degrees. It tied the previous record at 93 degrees. And we still have a heat advisory on Saturday for Southern California. This is going to include areas of LA, downtown, over to San Luis Obispo, outside of San Diego. Excessive heat watch posted for next week for Vegas. Excessive heat warning for this weekend in Phoenix. So here we go. Early season heat that is developing. Overnight, a couple of scattered snow showers in the western slope in northwest Colorado. That's about it for precipitation. A little bit cool here. Grand Junction 41, Farmington 38, but we should stay above freezing for many locations. On Saturday, the 25th, here we go. Scattered clouds moving across eastern Colorado. A couple of isolated springtime afternoon showers. This is the thermal low, so it's not a storm, but it's a heat low. That is going to be heating you up to 101 in Phoenix on Saturday, 70 Salt Lake City, 80 Albuquerque, and 91 in LA. About 24 degrees warmer than average in LA, 6 degrees above average in Salt Lake City, about average in Denver with highs in the 60-degree range. On Sunday, here across parts of Colorado, yet again a couple more spring storms popping up. Again, outside of that dry, mild, and to hot. 103 in Phoenix on Sunday, 96 in Vegas, 77 in Reno, and those temperatures on Monday continue to peak, 97 in Vegas. What will happen, again, the heat is concentrated here, but it's going to start to move into parts of southern Nevada and through Arizona, and eventually it will move in. You already start to see it happening here. It's going to move into Albuquerque and Grand Junction, mid-80s. That's very warm for late April. That's on Monday. Tuesday, that continues to slide to the east, too. So forecast precipitations west of Denver across the Rockies with a couple of persistent snow showers. Could get 3 to 6 more inches now through the weekend there. We haven't hit 100 degrees in Vegas in April on record. We've hit 99 several times. Most recently, 7 years ago, it was on the 29th, conveniently, because the 29th, we could hit 100. That would be a first, 100-degree day in April in Vegas. Yuma, we've done it before, and we'll continue to do it again. And the low 100s, and there's the look in Roswell. Here with the Northwestern Regional Forecast, the video that'll make you happiest today. Here's Joe Stolfi.
Steve, this is one of my favorite things to see, a very colorful sunrise out in Hansville, Washington, as we kick off your Northwest forecast. Beautiful scene here from Friday. Love that color in the sky. Love the different layers of clouds out there, and just gorgeous scenery all the way around. We will see some sunshine for the weekend here in the Northwest. However, we will have a few quick moving systems that will bring some light rain and mountain snowfall, all of the light variety, and generally speaking, we'll enjoy some mild temperatures in the days ahead. Well, we would like some mild temperatures. This was the scene back on Thursday in Jackson, Wyoming. Foggy, gloomy, a little bit of snow out there too. And in fact, Wyoming picking up a handful of inches of snow over the last 24 to 36 hours. And you can kind of see where we had some of that snow falling across the Intermountain West. But again, things are looking a lot quieter for this region, where our highs were in the 50s and 60s, not bad. And back to the west, that's pretty much the same story as well. That was Friday. Now Saturday, we start off into the 30s, 40s, and out towards the coast into the 50s. But by the afternoon, thanks to a lot of sunshine in a lot of backyards, we're going to enjoy 70s in Boise, near 70 in Billings, some low 60s in Casper. Not a bad day at all. We will see those low 60s with some showers, however, in Seattle. This is where you're going to need the umbrellas, the far northwest, the Pacific Northwest, and that'll eventually spread into the northern Rockies by Saturday night. So by the evening, Spokane will see some showers clearing out. This is a very quick moving Wyoming system. And we'll see some of that rain move into Missoula, Pocatello, and it just kind of winds down into our Sunday morning. And that's really going to be what we see in the next several days. The next several systems will bring a little bit of precip, but nothing too persistent or too heavy. 70 in Pocatello on Sunday, 72 in Billings. Again, a lot of warm air building across the northern Rockies and the plains. Even Casper, Wyoming, making a run at 70 degrees. There will be an isolated shower in Casper as some of that moisture moves across the region. High pressure, though, building back on into the picture. Again, aside from a few isolated storms in Wyoming, the rest of us will be dry on Sunday. That is until Sunday night. You can see right there what's ahead. Another quick moving cold front with some rain. That'll keep our highs in the 60s. In Portland, still being a little bit on the warmer side off towards the east. We're in the 70s again for Billings down through Cheyenne and Denver, even near 80 degrees. So a little bit of warmth building into areas along and east of the Rockies. And a little bit of rain continues to move from west to east. There's our next little batch for Monday morning and Monday evening, and then yet another one on the horizon for Tuesday. So kind of one after another with some dry time and sunshine in between. Not a bad forecast. As we talk about how much rain and snow, it's going to be on the lighter side, with maybe the heaviest rain totals out towards the Washington coast and the Olympic Peninsula. Seattle, you will see some of those off and on showers. At least temperatures will be at or above average as we go through the next couple of days. And in Boise, Idaho, a little bit more on the drier side, and talk about some heat. Boise will be in the 70s and up to the mid 80s by the middle of next week.
Jim and Joanne are here to pick up the same prescription. They both know the system is not on their side. They both know drug costs are out of control. But one of them is taking back control with GoodRx. Next. So while he's paying that much, even with his insurance, she's paying this much just by using GoodRx. Use GoodRx to compare prices at pharmacies in your area and stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today and take back control.
Restaurants are our family, the cornerstone of our communities. And our family needs help. Right now, they're facing a crisis, and they're counting on your takeout and delivery orders to help them through. Because if we don't treat restaurants like family today, they might not be around to treat us like family tomorrow. Grubhub. Together, we can help save the restaurants we love.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high costs of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy, just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. There's no risk or obligation. Don't wait. Call the number on your screen now.
Welcome back to Weather Nation. I want to show you some of the pictures, images from the day today of some of the strong storms moving across eastern Texas, Oklahoma, back into western Arkansas. You can see the big dark clouds there. Brett Adair took a lot of this video. Talco there in Texas had a lowering, maybe even a little funnel cloud. Said he saw some power flashes as you kind of quirkle around through the roadway there and make your way into the outer sections, the eastern sections of the state, all the way down to Shreveport, Louisiana. Some of the bigger thunderstorms at the moment, and then that tornado warning sticks out like a sore thumb here on the eastern side of the state, too, south of Texarkana. That's been one of the big storms of the day today, and this one had a tornado on it. Moments ago, folks, we were watching that thing. Brett is right there in and amongst this thing. It's right there near Lending, southward out of Cass and Marion counties on the eastern side of Texas and coming on eastward into northwestern portions of Louisiana before you know it here as it goes on in that general direction. Tornado warning, Cass, Marion County. We got some tennis ball size hail here, folks, being reported just a few moments ago on the western side of town. The data here, now we have what is an outflow boundary that's associated with this is the backside or the outflow of the storm. But I'm going to back this up and show you. It was only moments ago we had a tornado that was there. I'm sure it was probably on the ground too at about that point. It was showing up very, very well where we had strong rotation there and the likely tornado on this northern part of the storm right there. Watch it as it went southward and eastward, doing so at about 35 to 40. That was a big tornado there for, well, at least a couple of cycles. We saw it coming in across Talco, but then really started to pick up in earnest. And some of those wind speeds are pretty appreciable as well, 60 to 70 miles per hour. Now a big outflow boundary, though, as it moves on eastward. And so we're going to be talking about high winds there into Shreveport, Louisiana. The big thunderstorms moving across Bossier and Caddo Parish. These are coming in west to east, three separate storms as you see them at the moment, but one that really congealed, if you were. We saw cell merger take place with a storm down to the south here coming into this next one, and we're going to see the same thing happen again into Mendon and further on to the east. And once again, this is Caddo and Bossier Parish where we do have these severe thunderstorm warnings continuing there. And it's DeSoto Parish, Louisiana, with a severe thunderstorm warning also. Go to the north. Actually, the warnings go as far to the south and west as College Station I-45 and as far to the north as Springfield there into southern Missouri. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning off to the north into that region too. But much of this is getting chopped off west to east as the more stable atmosphere beginning to show up across this region. And we're left with the one tornado warning there overall. But you can see it's a massive amount of precipitation as it goes west to east. Also through the day today, we've been talking about what was going on into Florida. We still have some heavy rainfall offshore coming onshore there on the western side. That'll keep moving on to the east. Little rain shows up here around Denver, Colorado today again. Rapid City northward. That's all rain to the north there as well. And along I-5 into the upper portions of the north and western sections of the United States as well. Southwestern Missouri all the way down to the south. And again, that tornado warning, Joe, that we're looking at. Now, we're about to show you some video that, well, those are feet to begin with, and those are hailstones, sometimes covering the ground.
Whoa, look at that giant pile of hail. I mean, just coating everything. Quite the storm there in Waynesville, Missouri. David, that's almost like you got to shovel it like a pile of snow or something. Pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, and at times today, it was being reported the size of tennis balls moving across Lake Eufaula and Kerr Reservoir. It was tennis ball to baseball size. I can't imagine what that looked like on the water.
Oh, I know. We're probably seeing all these huge splashes out there. That was some large hail across the southern plains, including the state of Oklahoma. Certainly seeing a lot of that hail up into Missouri as well. And again, we keep an eye on the latest with the watch boxes. Notice they've been trimmed back significantly in Oklahoma and Texas. Now our focus is really continuing eastward as we work our way into Louisiana and Arkansas. We have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in place from Harrison to Little Rock to Monroe to Natchitoches, Louisiana until 2 a.m. Central Time. We've also got that tornado watch in effect roughly from the Shreveport area up through Texarkana. We'll keep an eye on some of those thunderstorms, especially that one right there near the Texas-Louisiana border. Closer look showing that tornado watch that will go all the way until midnight. Again, it includes the I-20 corridor, I-30, Glenwood, Arkansas, down through Texarkana, Shreveport, and Nacogdoches, Texas, as we follow those storms continuing to the east. Big line of storms, as David was showing us here. A lot of warnings stacking up across multiple states from from Missouri to Texas. And again, we'll keep a close eye, especially on that tornado warning cell that is approaching the Arklatex region. Again, as we take a look at the flooding threat that has been with us, we could still see an additional 1, 2, maybe 3 inches of rain overnight into portions of Missouri. And again, a closer look showing that risk for severe thunderstorms may be making it all the way to the Mississippi River, where again, we've already got severe thunderstorm watches posted. So Memphis, probably if you're looking out to your west later on, likely to see quite the light show moving on in. But of course, be prepared, as some of those storms could be on the strong side. As the system continues to move towards the east coast, it's going to slowly do so. So it's going to bring some soaking rain to the Midwest and Ohio Valley. But this is of concern. Some scattered thunderstorms firing up across Tennessee, Kentucky, maybe as far south as Atlanta, and then pushing eastward into the Carolinas and Virginia, where we find that risk for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Marginal risk, so 1 out of a scale of 5, but it's a risk nonetheless. And considering what we've been dealing with tonight, we'll keep a close eye on any storm development in the southeastern states for the day on Saturday. One last look now with a Viper. David, still hanging on to that tornado warning in Linden, Texas.
Yeah, that one tornado warning that goes southward and eastward remains. The storm has essentially begun to see it cycling on through, becoming an outflow dominant situation here at the moment. There's some high winds moving outward from the storm. We no longer see the really tight couplet, the inbound-outbound that we had a few moments ago, but nonetheless, just east of Linden, we keep that tornado warning. These are Bossier. It's going to be Bossier back on to the east into DeSoto Parish. You're still underneath Cato Parish, too. That's a severe thunderstorm warning moving across those northern parishes, Louisiana, along I-30, all the way down to Carthage and into the rest of the area there, too, or eastern and southern sections of Texas. We still have some involvement with thunderstorms here as well. And these are going to be just south of College Station to the north. Very large hail still in all of these. Telco, Texas is where we're going to leave you with a little ride along here. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Amy Simon. What if I told you you could instantly get rid of bags and dark circles under your eyes and get amazing results like these? Well, today we're going to show you what everyone on social media is buzzing about. It's called Derma RPX, and our anti-aging skincare expert Leslie Nufusi says this is the one you have to have.
Thank you, Amy. Before I say a word, I'm going to let the real results speak for themselves. Look how the sagging, the bags, and even the dark circles are no longer there.
So what's the secret?
It's not just one, but a breakthrough combination of skin tightening minerals that actually diminish the bags, cover the dark circles, and tighten the skin, all in as little as 5 minutes.
I was so surprised. I mean, the first time I looked at the picture, like, it looks like me 15 years ago. And it works. Works exactly as they say.
I've been looking for something for years that would do that.
I went back like 20 years. I need to start using it.
And you can use Derma RPX for fine lines, wrinkles, crow's feet, and forehead lines. Plus, it's perfect for a more youthful looking neck and décolleté.
Okay, and we do this before or after makeup?
On clean, dry skin, and then you can apply your makeup over it. It will actually help your makeup go on smoother because there's no caking under the eyes.
Call or go online to get your 1-month supply of Derma RPX for the special introductory price of just $19.99. We're so sure that Derma RPX will be the best wrinkle removal cream that you've ever used, that it comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. But to make this the best wrinkle removing offer on TV, we're going to double it and give you a second month supply of Derma RPX absolutely free. And here's the best part. We'll ship it to you free. You get a 2-month supply of Derma RPX and free shipping. An incredible offer.
To order, call 1-800-917-6967. That's 1-800-917-6967 or order online at dermarpx.com.
This is Fracture. Just upload an image, place your order, and it'll show up at your door, beautifully printed directly on glass. And this isn't just another frame, not just another canvas. This is new. This is a Fracture. Visit fractureme.com and print one today.
Welcome back into Weather Nation. This is in Florida. This is some footage coming out from Thursday in the panhandle of Florida. If you look very closely through the department store, see everything blowing around out there. Quick hitting tornado that was a couple of nights ago and evenings ago, right in the distance. And you can kind of see right there, right at the beginning of that happening here in the southeastern United States. Officially a tornado from the National Weather Service office. I'm meteorologist Steve Glacier here with you on Weather Nation. Let's talk about our southeastern regional forecast here. And then we'll take a trip up to the northeast, which has looked particularly stormy as well on Friday in some areas. And yet again, it could be on Saturday too. So multiple tornadoes touched down in Florida's panhandle. A lot of details still to be determined, TBD. But what we know is that Jackson County, Walton County, Washington County, at least getting some EF0 to even up to EF2 strength. Also on the north side of Tallahassee, Leon County, EF1, winds around 95 miles per hour. That length ended up being about 11 miles long, as wide as 600 yards, according to the National Weather Service office in the Tallahassee area. Multiple ones here, 3 of them EF1s in George County, Mississippi, another one Wayne County, Mississippi, another one in Mobile County, Alabama. This was all from Thursday, by the way. It was a very stormy day Thursday. And in fact, did you know rainfall records are kept on a 5-minute basis? So a 5-minute rainfall of a ½ inch on Thursday afternoon in St. Simons Island, Georgia was a record. Now that's a 6-inch per hour rainfall rate, but it didn't rain for an entire hour, but really heavy downpour at the time. In Tampa, Florida, 1.48 inches. This is Friday now. We had very stormy weather concentrate from Tampa to Sarasota all the way down to central Florida ahead of this cold front. 95 again. The heat continues here across South Florida. In Miami and Fort Lauderdale, 94, both record highs for the date of April 24th. So April 24th was very busy. Looks like we could be fairly busy again on the 25th heading into the day on Saturday. Here's that rainfall, close to an inch Tampa, but those yellow and orange colors, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rainfall that we've observed. The yellow color here overnight shows the severe potential. So if you're in that shaded area, have a way, in multiple ways, better yet, of getting those weather warnings. Those will continue to press into the low Mississippi River Valley into the wee hours of the morning Saturday into the state of Mississippi and west central Tennessee, as well as north central Alabama late overnight to early Saturday morning. Monitor the progress of those thunderstorms. You may have to wake up and take action if needed. Lows in the 50s through the Appalachians, still mild in Florida. And then Saturday, we are watching the line of thunderstorms pressing through parts of eastern Tennessee, eastern portions of Kentucky, the western portion of North and South Carolina. Severe risk here through the daylight hours Saturday, shaded in yellow, as well as an area of the Lake Okeechobee region and South Florida. Still very warm, 90 Jacksonville, Columbus, Georgia at 84 degrees. Sunday, the front still triggers a few scattered strong thunderstorms in parts of South Florida, while we continue to feel the cool air come in from the north, and we will see the severe weather shunted down to the south, and 67 the high in Atlanta. Here's your forecast rainfall over the next couple of days. And here with a busy look at the northeast forecast is meteorologist Joe Astolfi.
Steve, thank you so much. Take a look at this. Some scary footage from a doorbell camera of those strong storms that raced through Moseley, Virginia. Yikes, some really strong straight line winds. We had some very heavy rainfall too. This is in Midlothian, Virginia. Rain even mixing with some hail, doing a number into the Commonwealth there. Take a look at these hail reports. About an inch in diameter, that's about the size of a quarter. And again, Midlothian, one of those communities, picking up all that hail. A lot to get to here in the Northeast. The good news is it's going to be a little bit quieter for our Saturday. It's not until Saturday night and Sunday we reintroduce a chance for more rain and in some cases, yes, a little bit of snow. We got some off and on rain chances too that'll head into next week, and we will see some temperature fluctuations, but it could be a little bit milder as we head into next week as opposed to what we're going to see this weekend. You'll notice those highs on Friday were a little cool for New York and Boston, only in the 40s. 70s though down towards Roanoke. This is where we saw a lot of those storms in Virginia, and notice back to the west too, it was pretty mild, 68 in Indianapolis. We had some sizable rainfall along the East Coast over the last 24 hours. And of course, we're going to dry out, but it's going to be a little cool. You'll notice those Saturday morning lows in the 30s and 40s, although we will start off the day near 50 in both Roanoke and Indianapolis. Mild day for us on Saturday. Not bad at all. 67 Pittsburgh, 63 in New York. Many of these areas will be enjoying a lot of sunshine too. You can kind of see where it's going to be a little rainy though, thanks to those colder temperatures. 40s there, a lot of cloud cover, not the greatest of days in Chicago. Severe weather perhaps down towards southern Virginia into southern Kentucky and points south for our Saturday. High pressure though parked over New England will keep us quiet. Through the day though, those clouds will thicken up and the rain moves into the Ohio Valley, eventually working their way into the central Appalachians by Saturday night. And this slow moving low just continues to pull into the Great Lakes in the Northeast for Sunday. That means a cool day with some clouds and rain showers out there. Notice our highs in Buffalo only at 45, 55 in Philadelphia, 75 down in Raleigh. So warmer to the south, rainy, raw, cool. Not the greatest of days, unfortunately. We are actually going to see some snow begin to work into New England with this system. It's going to be that cold that we are going to see some accumulation into upstate New York and northern New England. Look at these highs on Monday, just 44 in Boston. It's the end of April. We would love a little warmer of a temperature trend, but that's back to the west for Monday anyway, as we'll see those temperatures eventually rebound here into the northeast, but not before we see all this wintry weather and some chilly rainfall with this low pressure slow to move wrapping around the region, and it stays a little bit active even into Tuesday with that low pressure. Let's talk about the numbers now. How much rain, how much snow? Could see a corridor of some heavy rain back towards the west and into the northeast with up to an inch possible. But look at that. Snow could be nearing a foot in portions of Maine. So be prepared for that as we go into the days ahead. We've got a lot more coming up here on Weather Nation, but before we go to break, I want to leave you with your Cincinnati forecast. Plenty of rain there, eventually warming up by the middle of the next week.
Stay tuned to get a free crisper tray from Granite Stone. Why is it every time you go to cook a family meal, you have to search for pots, pans, and lids? Well, all that's about to change. Introducing Stackmaster by Granite Stone, the ingenious nonstick cookware set that stacks to fit all in one place and takes up a fraction of the space. Plus, each piece of Stackmaster cookware is pressed from a solid aluminum disc, then fitted with a stainless steel induction plate for even heat conduction and coated 3 times with our durable non-stick Granite Stone finish that's so good, burnt on cheese, caramel, and chocolate just doesn't stick. Stackmaster is oven rated up to 500 degrees for outstanding roasting and baking. Plus, all Stackmaster cookware is 100% dishwasher safe and PFOA free. Look, you'd expect to pay over $400 for a professional quality cookware set, but during this special TV introduction, you can get the complete Stackmaster 10-piece set, not for $400, $300, or even $200, but for the factory direct price of just 5 easy payments of $39.99. And for everyone who calls or goes online to order today, we're going to drop 1 payment. You get it all for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. Stackmaster cookware is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. As a bonus, we'll include our self-draining fry basket, our stainless steel steamer insert, and our gourmet recipe guide absolutely free. And there's even more. As a bonus, you'll get our Granite Stone crisper tray, the fast, easy, non-stick way to fry up your favorite foods. No grease or oil needed. Together, they're a $60 value. Yours free. That's an incredible 15-piece Stackmaster set, all for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. That's right, free shipping. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-918-8410. That's 1-800-918-8410, or order online at buystackmaster.com.
Captain. Oklahoma had some pretty huge hail hit on Friday. This is Bartlesville, Oklahoma. On the smaller side of it, and you can kind of see it looks to be anywhere from about marble size, roughly marble size, probably on average. Some of the hail, though, in Oklahoma, if you're thinking about how big it was, think about it when you're making breakfast on Saturday morning and take out an egg in an egg carton. It was about 2 inches thick. It's about the width or diameter of an egg. Here's Missouri. We had smaller hail, but more of it. That's a lot. That's piling up. Looks like a winter scene there, but no, that's of hail. Waynesville, Missouri. Yeah, watch your step right there. Kind of cool. We had a lot of the hail reports come in from Illinois, Missouri. It was down into Texas and Oklahoma, where it was much larger. Then one storm basically produced a bunch of hail in Virginia. So it was kind of an interesting day on Friday with all the hail reports. Ashland, Missouri, Quincy, Illinois, Springfield. This is a sub-severe, so non-severe hail, but still noteworthy. It piled up in some spots. Some of the biggest reports coming in from Tigertown, Texas, 2 inches. That's hen egg sized. Sun Valley, that's golf ball sized at 175. Hopewell, Virginia, again, this was basically from one storm that did track through parts of the Richmond metro, but it was about an inch consistently. That's quarter-sized hail in terms of the coin, and that is classified as severe. Now, if you look at the map and you don't see your city, that's not a good thing, because normally when we have so many dots covering a certain city, that means we had a lot of severe weather roll through. So you're missing Jackson here, Oklahoma City, but this is basically the 3-day storm report map from 2 weather systems that have rolled across our area from the south to the southeast over the last 72 hours. And that continues on Saturday, too. Now, into the wee hours of Saturday morning, want you to be alert. The low Mississippi River Valley, Memphis down to Greenville to Jackson, Texarkana to Little Rock, and Alexandria and Monroe, Louisiana's cities, because we'll have this cold front moving through. So here it is, approaching Paducah, Cape Girardeau, Evansville, Tupelo, Nashville. This is going to happen early Saturday morning. Keep an eye on these storms. They've had a history of some strong winds with them. And then during the daylight hours Saturday, Lexington, Louisville, over to Beckley, Charleston, over to Roanoke, Blacksburg, Asheville even, and Charlotte, Raleigh, Durham. This whole thing is going to rotate to the north and east and still capable of producing some large hail and strong gusty winds. Saturday's daily outlook for the severe weather still possible. Hampton Roads, Newport News, Virginia Beach, stretching back into the Tri-Cities, eastern Tennessee, Chattanooga, and a lot of rain with this, too, on the order of 1 to 4 inches of rain, maybe concentrated parts of Missouri and Illinois. So watch that spot that's highlighted in some of those brighter colors. My colleague meteorologist Joe Astolfi is joining me right now because it's not just severe weather, Joe, but also the record heat that we have seen in the south and will continue to see in the southwest.
Yeah, it's incredible how hot it's going to get into communities like Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and of course in Phoenix in the days ahead. And we want to check in with what's been happening in Phoenix with our own Ben McMillan.
Yeah, hey guys, Ben McMillan for Weather Nation with your afternoon update. We are in Tempe, Arizona. We're continuing to track that southwestern heat wave. We've already seen temperatures get up into the middle 90s, and those will move into the upper 90s throughout the day on your Friday. And that could get very close to tying or exceeding the record high of 99 in the Phoenix area for this date. And it's going to be very warm throughout the weekend. Today is just the beginning of this heat wave. We'll give you a look here at downtown Tempe, and you can see not a cloud in the sky, and that's creating those ideal conditions for the heat to rise and rise quickly. And this is kind of abnormal for this time of the year. April's only seen 105 degrees as the hottest temperature ever recorded here in Phoenix. And if we get to the area where we're expecting on Sunday, we'll be at 105 to 108 degrees. So that could be potentially record-setting heat. For that reason, officials have issued that excessive heat warning for much of the Phoenix area on Sunday, which could mean this warm weather could become dangerous. We want to remind folks to have plenty of water, plenty of sunscreen, hats, anything you can use to cover your body and keep that sunlight off is important. And then stay cool. Try to hydrate often and go indoors if it's in a car, in your house, whatever you could do to stay cool and keep yourself safe. Now, in addition to that, we also have a high fire risk, some very dry materials here over the last few weeks as we've had very little rain here in this area, and that could mean wildfires could spread quickly. You want to make sure that you pick up any loose brush around your house, have a defensible space, and watch out for anything that could cause a wildfire. We'll keep you updated throughout the weekend here on Weather Nation. As these temperatures rise, we'll let you know if any of those records are broken, and we'll do our best to keep you safe. That's it for now. We'll throw it back to you.
All right, Ben McMillan there in the Phoenix area on Friday, and he mentioned we'd let you know if there were any records, and indeed we had one in Los Angeles. This was on Friday, got up to 93 degrees, tying the record for the date of 93 degrees back from 2001. We also saw numerous records in the state of Texas as well. Some areas already reaching the triple digits. Now it's still going to be hot with highs in the low 90s again on Saturday in Los Angeles. That's why we are still under a heat advisory that encompasses many areas for coastal Southern California. But there's a very colorful map you see right there. I'll dive into that in just a second. There are a lot more heat concerns in other parts of the Southwest. Now, as far as Los Angeles and 100-degree days go, it's only happened 7 times during the month of April since the late 1800s. The earliest 100-degree day in Los Angeles happened on April 4th, 1989. The last time the city hit 100 altogether was back in July 2018. And we could potentially get there. We'll keep an eye on that, but certainly you'll notice those temperatures staying in the 80s and 90s. You head inland, though, into the deserts. That's where the triple-digit heat will be found. That's why cities like Yuma, Arizona, Lake Havasu City, Las Vegas, Phoenix under excessive heat watches and warnings as we work our way not only through the weekend, but into next week. In fact, for Las Vegas, this goes towards the middle of next week. So there's going to be a lot of heat for a long period of time. Phoenix, again, going to be one of the hot spots with highs on Sunday, perhaps at their hottest out of this event. And again, we haven't had any 100-degree days, and the average first 100-degree day in Phoenix usually happens around May 12th. So this would come in ahead of schedule, and look at this. It's going to stay there as our high temperatures just gradually rise well into the 100s. Another interesting record, Las Vegas could potentially hit 100 next week, which would be the first time they would ever do that in the month of April. Incredible. We have another look at your severe weather threat for the weekend coming up. Stay tuned.
Pain, swelling, stiffness. When your hands hurt, you can't function. Until now. Introducing the new CopperFit compression gloves with Sure Grip technology to give you more power, more control, and more agility than ever. Our most advanced copper-infused compression fabric woven into an ultra-lightweight performance glove that fits like a second skin to support relief and recovery of sore muscles and painful joint stiffness. And new Sure Grip bands built in to provide a strong, non-slip grip for more power and control.
You need total control of your hands when you're doing anything with construction. Your hands are your livelihood. The CopperFit gloves are great. The grip is outstanding here with these different ribs. It makes my hand a lot more usable. It just feels like you're just ready to start the job.
The gloves have been a game changer for me. They help with flexibility and pain and soreness. They allow me to do my job even better.
Breathable wicking fabric with an open finger design for full range of motion, feel, and control.
They relieve my pain. When I grab something, I'm not in pain. The support or whatever magic these things do, I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter to me what it is, it works.
I get a lot of pain, and it can make it difficult to do the smallest thing. While I'm wearing this, I do not have any pain. I can use it on the keyboard, I can use my phone, I drive with it, I sleep with it. I love this glove.
The new CopperFit compression gloves with Sure Grip technology. Relief from painful muscle and joint soreness. Guaranteed or your money back. Call 1-800-378-1435 or on the web at getcopperfitgloves.com for only $19.99. Order right now and your shipping is free.
I tried it, I use it, I know it works.
CopperFit gloves definitely just make my life better.
I've used CopperFit before. This has helped my hands so much. These things work.
Feel better with copper-infused compression. Ask for it by name. CopperFit compression gloves.
This is Fracture. Just upload an image, place your order, and it'll show up at your door, beautifully printed directly on glass. And this isn't just another frame, not just another canvas. This is new. This is a Fracture. Visit fractureme.com and print one today.
Welcome back.